need you, love you, I need you.
Lofi Asian News coming at you. Lofi Poli Sci, where you at? Michael Green here talking our famous question. What's going on in the world today? And it's your Monday morning edition of it. Straight to it, people. Let's get it. Out in Mongolia, but really out in Geneva, on the way to Mongolia. But at the International Trade Center's main office, a delegation from Mongolia was in Geneva to kick off the World Export Development Forum, which is put on annually by the International Trade Center. But this summer, the event is taking place in Mongolia, in the capital. So they were there signing all the papers, so to speak, to get things going. You know, it's the big show, people. And this is a big show. The World Export Development Forum is taking place in Mongolia this year. Which, if you didn't know, Mongolia is a democracy, right sandwiched between Russia and China, which you already know about them. So the idea that Mongolia will be hosting a global event to give it some options for exports and for trade other than Russia and China? Yeah, good news indeed for Mongolia. We'll be looking to see what comes out of this come summertime. Now let's check out what's going on in Nepal. Well, right now their Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Physical Infrastructure and Transport is out in Doha, Qatar, for the United Nations 5th Conference on Least Developed Countries. And I haven't heard anything about this yet, really, from anywhere else. Just the Nepalese government on their website, they said their minister is coming back tomorrow on Tuesday, but I'm super curious about this because, like I said, I haven't heard anything about this meeting from anywhere else. And so, ears open to see what's coming out of this for the least developed countries in the world at the United Nations meeting in Qatar. You know, all the world right now is focusing on one or two big things in the world. And developing countries are kind of being forgotten about. So eyes open on this UN conference ending, people. Now to Pakistan we go, where they have a pretty fun website. I like this website, but I went to their Ministry of Human Rights website to see what's what with what lately in Pakistan, and they had a big scrolling slideshow with different stories. And the first one was, Pakistan stands with Kashmir and the Ministry of Human Rights and hashtagging Pakistan stands with Kashmir, hashtag Kashmir Solidarity Day, which was February 5th. It just passed. And they had a second story with a whole bunch of information and a bank account to donate to flood relief funds and different victims there. And then they had on a scrolling latest news bar, Pakistan's first digital victim support service directory. Like, Pakistan's going digital, people. I like this so much, on offering many different ways to help all different kinds of groups out in the country and outside of the country as well. I dig it. I dig it a lot. Now let's slide on over to Bangladesh. That's such a cool website here. So many fun colors. I love this. Like, the US government website is so boring. It needs to take some tips from Bangladesh. So I'm cruising along the website and looking at their foreign investment page, and it brought me to an April 7th article on foreign investment opportunities. I'm like, we're in March. Was it April 7th? April 7th, 2021. And then I said, okay, what about trade and business section? So I went there and then saw foreign investment again, and I was like, all right, let me look in this one. It brought me to the last page that was updated on May 8th, 2015. And all their news and initiative sections, the articles were from 2018 and before. What could I do but tell you this little bit of news that I did find on the website? Did you know, and for all you thinking about going to Bangladesh, next time you go to Bangladesh, you can go on their website and get 10% discount on the use of electronic toll lanes on bridges. 10% off, people, 10%. It's a government coupon for using the internet and for making traffic go so much smoother. I like it a lot. And the last piece of news to send you on your way for the week. To Singapore we go, and so much and so interactive this website, so up to date. And of course it is. It's Singapore, one of the most developed city-states, only city-states in the world, So I was cruising around. Their news section, it was a month behind. It had a whole bunch of stuff about COVID from February, but I was like, let me go to the next one. I went to their factually sections, which I think is kind of cool. You have a factually section, but their first article was titled, Singapore, is it really the most expensive place to live? And I was like, yeah, probably so. But anyway, it was dated December 2022. And I was like, all right, enough. I go to their foreign affairs section in June 2020. I'm like, what? And then I go to the environment section, December 2022. I'm like, what's going on, Singapore? I was starting to think, Singapore, where's your updates, question mark? And then hiding away to the side, I finally find the Singapore Government Press Center. And I was like, here we go. Got to have something here. And I found an article that says their second minister, Tan See Leung, participates in Week 2023 in Houston, Texas. And that's just this weekend. And if you didn't know, Louisiana and Texas, they do a lot of oil business with Singapore. And a second minister, that is like right under the prime minister of the country. This is one of the highest ranking officials in all of Singapore. And he was out in Houston, Texas this weekend at this Week 2023. Makes me wonder, what exactly is this Week 2023 in Houston? Question mark? Well, can't give you all the answers. And it's a brief snapshot of what's going on in the world today. Check out last week's blog and Lo-Fi Global Press's article. They are both up on lofipolisci.com. And always remember that Lofi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we be. Talk to you tomorrow, Lo-Fi listeners. Pickering, signing off.